Hi, Miss Nikki here. I thought I'd do another mini walkthrough for those who are having some issues. I've had several student emails, so I thought I'd just cover a few things. I'll be a couple minutes, I promise. Calhoun email, this is where you need to send your messages from. I still have students emailing me from their Calhoun email, not inside Blackboard. So the problem with that is I don't know who you are, and if you say this link isn't working, I don't know which class you're in. I have 5 classes and 150 students. So I really need you to use the Calhoun email. I'll be able to know exactly what course you're in, and I'll be able to respond to your problem more quickly. The other issue, I had some students saying that they couldn't resubmit their orientation certificate. So under first day tasks and instructions, come down here to submit your Blackboard, and it should give you the chance to submit more than once. So I have it on multiple submissions. If for some reason I give you a 0, like I had someone submit a certificate that was from 2017, so they change or update the orientation yearly. I'm only accepting 2019, 2020 or 2020, 2021. So if you want the free points, if you want the 20 points, it has to be a more current certificate. I understand if you took it in the springtime, it says 2019, 2020. That one is fine. I'm just not going to take it from 2017. So you should be able to submit multiple times. I haven't submitted once, so it doesn't know what I'm talking about, but you should have the ability to just keep submitting repeatedly. It's on multiple settings. If you ever get stuck on something, the best thing to do is to do a screen capture for me, because I can't always see what you see. So we do have student view, but if you've already submitted once, it's not going to show that when I look in my student view, right? So I need to see what you're seeing. The best thing to do is screen capture, send me an email, and I can usually figure out what's going on. So another, my internet just went out. Let's see if I have to log back in. Oh no, yay. Okay. If you have issues with the Connect material, sometimes what you need to do is you need to go to your history and you need to clear it, and then you need to close everything and you need to reopen. So that's going to be the first thing that I ask you if you say, hey, the lab won't load, the page won't load, because Connect requires a lot of temporary storage. There's a lot of images. There's a lot behind the scenes going on. So every once in a while, you need to go to your history tab. You need to clear your cache, your temporary memory, all that stuff. Just say clear all history, and then close everything down and open it again, and it should work for you. The other thing is there might be a delay in the grades. So if you complete the assignment in Connect, it might not post in Blackboard until overnight. So just hang in there, make a note to yourself to go back and look the next day and make sure that the material has been graded. There are times that weird things happen, so I do like you to double check me, check the system, but give it at least overnight. And see if it's posted. Sometimes there'll be a broken link, or for some reason it's not transferring. I just go into McGraw-Hill Connect and I tell them resync this class. So take the Connect material and resync it to this specific Blackboard class. And that usually fixes the problem, and all of a sudden grades are populated and everything's good. But under normal circumstances, it might take it 8 hours, it might take it overnight, so just kind of hang in there. For the Connect material, please make sure that you register for Connect. Just get the 14-day free trial. If you don't know how, which book, if you want a physical book or you want a digital book, just go ahead and register, right? So this PowerPoint will walk you through how to register, but I'll show you another quick way. I just want to get to this screen after you register, right? What happens? So after you enter your email and register for Connect, you're going to get this use a Connect code. That's if you've already purchased the book from the bookstore. This is buy Connect right now through us, and I do think it's a little cheaper. And then temporary access. So you can just register for that 14-day, get these first orientation videos out of the way, and then decide how you're going to pay for your book, right? So I'll show you the real quick way. Go to Course Connect, go to the very first assignment, select, and it'll take you to this welcome page. It'll have my name, it'll have the textbook, It'll have your email. You'll say begin. You'll go through the registration process. And then the very next page will come up. It might be, I agree to the conditions, but then the next page is where you get to choose how you're going to pay, and you can sign up for the 14 free days, right? So these are the orientation videos. Hopefully they're all working and loaded. If you have any problems, let me know. One of my other courses, for some reason, this one wasn't working, but other courses, it seems to be working fine. So again, I can just tell Blackboard to resync to the Connect section, and it usually gets rid of any issues or problems that we have. Another question that came up was, what's the best way to go about preparing for the week or for the unit? So you can see here, Unit 1, Chapters 1, 2, and 3. The lab content is separated out, and then we have the chapters. So the chapters are really your lecture material, and then your lab material is kind of all down here in this folder. So for the lecture material, the instructions are pretty clear. Kind of read the textbook, do your Connect homework. Here's the video for Chapter 1. Here's the PowerPoint if you want to follow along. And then here are the learning objectives, the questions you must answer to be successful on the test. So you're working through those chapters weekly, and you're also coming down here and working on the lab content. I suggest you work on the lab content a little bit every day, or decide, okay, I'm going to do the lecture content on Monday, then I'm going to do lab on Tuesday, then I'm going to go back and do the learning objectives on Wednesday. You know, make a plan, right? Have a calendar, make a plan of what you're going to do. But if you open up the Unit 1, you're going to see for lab content, there's lots of stuff in here, right? So you've got this quiz, this practice quiz inside Connect. You've got some labs to do. And these shouldn't take you very long. They're not like some of the other labs. If you've had Biology 103 or you've had Micro, these are kind of mini labs. They're just one section of the lab. So they shouldn't take you that long to do. They're not some of these hour-long labs like you might be used to. But you'll see that I have for lab, these are all the organs that you have to know and all the cavities that you have to know, and these are all the prefixes. So I kind of list all this material here for you. This is kind of like your checkoff list, right? And then you can find the answers in various places. So here's body organ pictures that I've labeled. Then you can go to your textbook, right? You'll also have some of these under the quiz, and you can take the quiz repeatedly. It's not a one-time, right? So you can just keep going through the quiz. If you get stuck on any lab content, if you don't understand what you're supposed to do, let me know via email. Please use the Practice Atlas. I know we have the APR orientation video to watch and kind of walk through. Please use APR. What I would do is print out my term list, and I would go to APR and kind of check off that I viewed all of those items on that software. It really is nice because you can rotate it and you can do a lot of things, and it makes everything a little bit easier to see. So there's lots of lab content. You're going to have to kind of space it out yourself and decide how much you want to do now. Don't wait till the last minute, right? I know all teachers say that, but you really cannot cram for anatomy and physiology. There's too much information. So I would be working on both lecture content and lab content daily if it was me. I would set aside an hour, work every day for an hour, maybe 30 minutes on one, 30 minutes on the other, or work an hour every day and decide on Monday I'm going to do just lab, and on Tuesday I'm going to do just lecture, whatever works for you. Once all of this is finished, remember I'm still kind of building this because we switched textbooks. So I have to go back and redo all my videos with the correct images from the correct textbook. At some point next week, you will have a practice quiz that'll appear here. So once you've done all the chapter work, once you've done all the lab work, I'm going to give you a practice test so you can kind of get an idea of what the actual exam would be like. Also, on that note for videos, there are departmental videos. So I'm adding videos as I create them. Hopefully, one a day is what I'm hoping for other than the weekends. But if you go to departmental videos, you can see I've got my older version. So this is last year's textbook. The chapters are just off a little bit, so you need to look by topic. If you want to move ahead, if you want to move forward, you can always go ahead and look at these videos and then come back once I have the other video loaded. I also have 103 videos, and then we have other instructors within the department that have created videos for the entire department. Some of these are older, but it gives you a good idea of other instructors that we have and maybe other topics. Maybe you still don't understand something that I'm explaining. Maybe another instructor will have a different approach to it, and maybe that'll help you. So there are other videos and video content out there for you. Okay, I hope I covered everything that I wanted to say. I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. Have fun this weekend. And the class, I hate to say it, only gets harder from here, right? This first week, we just have orientation videos. We have to get into the real nuts and bolts of anatomy in the next coming weeks. So hang in there for the ride, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.